What's going on, everybody out there? Welcome back, D Muscle TV. I'm D Muscle. I got earbuds. They're not the freaking AirPods. I don't understand how people can buy those things. Like these here. Let me open them up for you. So they wrap around my ear. Okay, they're not the thingies that get stuck in the ear and then fall out every time you tilt your head. Yeah, that's aggravating to me, or maybe perhaps my ears just wasn't made for it. So, but these, they never fall out. Battery life is about 6 hours, give or take. And I only wear them when either I work out or I'm just out and about like this. So, but they don't have very good speaking value, meaning I wouldn't talk into them. It sounds atrocious. So maybe Apple has J-Bud on that. Oh, those are J-Buds too, by the way. So in this video, I want to, well, if you came from Twitter, first of all, welcome. Hopefully you subscribe, help the channel grow. Greatly appreciate it. If you did, thank you. So in this video, I just wanted to take a moment to take you all with me as I embark into the woods here, going down this area. This is a place where they say we're not supposed to be. You know, what's the name of that sign? Do not trespass. Yeah, it looks like something out of the Goonies. The Goonies. We got any 80s babies in the house? Goonies. One of the first movies I remember seeing back in the day, by the way. But I'm just taking you all with me as I walk, and I want to share just some of my current thoughts on content creation and streaming, you know, all that good stuff. Most of you probably are content creators that are, you know, watching this right now. And maybe I know you from Twitch. Maybe I know you from Twitter. I don't know. But if you're here, I greatly appreciate you very much. So, as you know, being a content creator is a lot of work, especially when you want to be a successful content creator. It's not just about putting videos out. It's not. A friend of mine who's a YouTube partner, basically, he said something to me a few weeks ago, about a week ago, because he has many conversations with other content creators. And that question was, do you understand your audience? And most content creators really don't understand their audience. They don't look at their analytics. They don't look at their data. And they just put random stuff out there thinking that people are just going to come watch. Content creation is so much more complex than that. And I get that. I understand that. And since I understand that, I understand and respect how difficult it is and how complex it can become. Because most of us that get in front of the camera or upload some videos or some clips want to be successful at the end of the day. Nobody wants to fail. Nobody wants, you know, their stuff to flop. We all want to win. So I'm no different. Of course, I want content to blow up. I want stuff to get traction. I want stuff to go viral, just like anybody else. Okay, I get it. I understand that. But factoring all of the things in which that goes into making that that type of stuff happen, along with your day-to-day tasks, your work life. Some of us do work. I do work. Full-time business owner. I'm actually looking to expand my business. I'm about to launch a website. The goal is to get it out by Sunday. So I've been working every day for like the last week on just getting out enough to give a decent launch. So I have that I have children too, 3. I have a wife who is also, she works part-time, but she's also in content creation too. So doing all of these things and juggling all these things makes it very hard to focus on content creation. Now, for the most part, I'm a Twitch streamer who has a YouTube channel. I'm pretty sure I probably shouldn't look at it like that. A lot of Twitch streamers, they tend to treat their YouTube channels like mine, like I treat mine. It's kind of it's there. I'll upload whenever I get ready, but I'm gonna go live X amount of times a week. So I'm trying to get away from that, folks. I'm trying to get away from that very minute mentality as minimizing my YouTube channel, when YouTube is actually a better platform than Twitch ever will be. Twitch is specifically strong. Their specific strong point is live streaming and the directory of finding particular streamers that they want to watch. But I will say, Twitch definitely is not that friendly when it comes to discovering smaller streamers. Now, the mega streamers, they get all of the play, they get all the exposure. People like myself, down at the bottom, along with the mass majority of people on Twitch. So, but the reason I'm making this video, folks, is I just wanted to give my thoughts and my perspective as far as where I am right now, where my thoughts are, where my mind is. I would love to do more. I would. But sometimes I just feel like there's not enough time in the day. Like, how do you find time to network? How do you find time to take care of home? You know, your family, your kids, spend time with your spouse. How do you find time for personal development, self-care? How do you find time to give your all to your job? How do you find time to sleep? All of these different components go through my mind when I'm thinking about content creation. And sometimes I get in these moods to where I'm like, do I really need to do this? Do I really need to do that? Is it really that serious? Is it really that important? And then when I start thinking that way, I find myself putting my foot on the brakes when it comes to content creation. My attention tends to go towards what's going to be ultimately the best decision for my family. What's going to generate the most income for my family. That is where my attention needs to be, and not so much on what's actually taken away from those important things. Now, I'm not trying to say that streaming is taking that away from me, but I will say that I find it hard for me to fit in specific days and times in order for me to stream. This is why, sometimes I once heard someone say, listen, do not compare yourself to other content creators. There's another quote that also goes, comparison is the thief of joy. And it's true. Because sometimes we look on Twitch, like if you're somebody like me and you work and you're just a busy person, you go on Twitch and you see people who stream 3, 4, 5 times a week for 4, 5, 6 hours. Looking like they're having fun, communications rolling, Chat's booming. They're getting their subs, their bits. And I promise you, if we're keeping it real, there's always going to be that part of you that wishes that was you. And when you find yourself comparing yourself to others, you start feeling down. And then you start looking for ways to fit in. You start looking for ways to manipulate your schedule so that you can keep up with the Joneses of Twitch. When all in all, I think ultimately we need to be asking ourselves this question: is it worth it to you? You know, is it worth it? Now, if I could be honest, to me, as much as I love to stream and all that good stuff, it's not top tier of importance. Making content, this is content, folks, by the way. Making content and posting it in visible places is something that I'm more so interested in. I think I post videos, I post probably close to 20 videos a week, I think. I post videos on Instagram. I post videos on TikTok, Twitter. I do a lot more pre-recorded material than I do live stream. Way more material. But the thing about the live streaming material, from a psychological standpoint, I believe that in our heads, we want our live streaming material to get attention. We want people to come through to make us feel good, to ensure that we have a good time. I mean, who the heck wants to stream to 0 people? Who wants to stream to a dead chat? Nobody. No one. We all want to have an audience, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it's not really the same when it comes to pre-recorded material. You know, people are going to watch it, but you can record and you can post it whenever you feel like it, and whoever sees it, they just see it at that given time. And I've been making pre-recorded material long before I started live streaming. So live streaming actually came a little late. I'm just, as I sit here and I walk, I'm thinking about, you know, how I want to move, what I want to do to continue this pathway, because I have a lot of information to share. I have a lot of things in which I can offer to help people. I just want to do it in a more effective way, if that makes any sense. Because, again, content creation is really hard. To be consistent, to put yourself on a schedule, much like everything else, it does take effort to do it. But when you have so many things that you juggle at once, at some point you do have to pick and choose. You have to. Sometimes I have to choose between streaming and spending time with my wife at night. Sometimes I gotta choose between streaming and just having some personal time to myself. Sometimes I gotta choose between streaming and taking a nap during the day. Sometimes I gotta choose streaming or working out. I'm always going to choose what I feel makes me a better person. I'm always going to choose what I feel betters my life. I'm always going to choose what I feel is right in my heart. Now, some people may be like, well, dang, that means you'll never stream. Not true. There are time periods where I actually can't stream. But I just want to make sure that my desire to stream is not robbing me of my quality of life. Because there are people who have sacrificed personal time with their family just to stream. There are people who have sacrificed sleep just to stream. I don't know. I guess I'm just not willing to do all of that. And that's okay. At the end of the day, it's all right. All of us are different. And I think that I'm going to take it home with this because we're 15 minutes in. I believe that is what makes us all unique. We all have our own way of streaming. We all have our own way of creating content. Each and every one of us. None of us are alike. And I think it should be that way. We shouldn't aim to be like each other. We should aim to be the way that we are, march to the sound of our beats, and ultimately do what makes us comfortable. Because if you're comfortable, you can move at a more sustainable pace. If you force it and try to do what other people are doing, we risk burning ourselves out and probably quitting at the end of the day. And nobody wants to be a quitter. So, all right, folks, I'm finna finish this walk and upload this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I'm sorry I haven't really been uploading much on this channel. I'm just looking for, the right opportunities to present the type of content I wish to share over here. Love you all. Thanks so much for the support. Subscribe if you're new. Peace.